Hi, hello my dear students, welcome back to chemistry class beta. So in the previous class we have seen about the methods of preparations of amines. Some special methods we have seen beta. Those are important for the competitive point of view. Okay. Now in this class another two methods of preparations are there. Preparations of what beta? Amines. Again these two methods also important for the competitive point of view only. In that, number one is Ritter reaction, number two is Mannich reaction. After completion of the two objective preparations of amines, we will go through the physical properties of amines. This topic was very important for theory point of view. Okay, so let me consider objective point of view. Next method of preparation, that is nothing but the Ritter reaction. So what is mean by Ritter reaction? The main motto of Ritter reaction is tertiary alcohols are converted into the primary amines just upon reaction with nitriles, nothing but cyanides. Okay now, so what we have to do? First of all, we have to consider a tertiary alcohol, that is known as tertiary butyl. Four carbons are there. Tertiary butyl alcohol upon reaction with hydrogen cyanide, or you can write RCN, means alkyl cyanide, also you can consider HCN, or you can write RCN, nothing but what? Nitriles. So tertiary butyl alcohol on reaction with cyanides or nitriles, reaction will be takes place in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid and followed by we have to do hydrolysis. So just what will be happen? Just position of OH group that will be taken by the position of NH2. That is a difference. Okay, so what is the main reactant and what is the main product? Try to be focused a lot. Just OH was converted into the NH2. Anyway, the reactant is nothing but tertiary butyl alcohol and product is nothing but tertiary butyl amine. But due to presence of NH2, we have to say that it is an example of primary amine. Yes or no? And what will be the byproduct? HCN. N was replaced, okay, converted into in the form of NH2. So remaining H and C is there. Okay, I am going to write that HC. And here OH group is there, and from water molecule O is there. So OOH. So this is nothing but what, Nana? Formic acid. Here we have to say that formic acid is the byproduct. Clear, Nana? Yes. So just we have to remember tertiary alcohols upon reaction with nitriles and followed by hydrolysis, they forms primary amines. Just we have to say that tertiary alcohols are changes into the primary amine. This is your Ritter reaction, and just position of OH we have to replace with NH2. First suppose by considering HCN, formic acid is the byproduct. By considering RCN, RCOH, carboxylic acid is the byproduct. Like that we have to be right now. Reaction number two for the objective point of view, that is known as Mannich reaction. Which reaction beta? Mannich, or we can say that Mannich reaction. So what is the main motto of Mannich reaction? In this Mannich reaction, we are going to get an intermediate base, that is nothing but Mannich base. So in this main reaction, in this Mannich reaction, primary amines, they can be converted into this secondary amine, but the intermediate is Mannich base. So how? I am going to tell you. First of all, in this reaction we have to consider a ketone. The ketone I am going to consider that is nothing but the acetone. Acetone or ketone, it should be undergo reaction with formaldehyde, that is nothing but HCHO, or we can say CH2 double bond O, or we can write CH2O. So what is the name of this compound? Formaldehyde. Acetone on reaction with formaldehyde. And already I have told you, in this reaction we have to be consider a primary amine as one of the reactant. The formula is nothing but RNH2. And Mannich reaction, it going to be takes place in the presence of the medium is nothing but the acidic medium after the loss of water molecule. So how to lose the water molecule? Yes, CH3 bonded to C double bond O. That one I am going to write here as it is. It was connected to CH3, but I am going to write only CH2. That means from here we removed one hydrogen atom. And from formaldehyde we have to remove the oxygen atom, means remaining is only CH2. From here we removed H, and from formaldehyde we removed O. Again from primary amine we have to remove H, O. Nothing but in acidic medium here we are going to lose the water molecule. So this is CH2 I have written here. After the loss of hydrogen from primary amine, remaining is NH bonded to R. NH bonded to R. This is your intermediate compound in this reaction. Its name is called mannate base. Now such mannate base, it undergo the process reduction by the addition of 4H atom in the presence of lithium aluminum hydride. So out of 4, 2 hydrogen atoms are given to the central carbon. Remaining 2 H atoms, they will take one O and goes to be eliminated in the form of water molecule. So remaining 2 hydrogens, they are given to the central C. So what will be the product? CH3 bonded to C. To this we are providing 2 hydrogen atoms. After that another 2 CH2s are there. Okay, I am going to write here 2 CH2s, and it was connected to the NH group and NH connected to the R. Okay now. So here NH, one side R group is there, another side N-butyl group is there. Whatever that may be, it is an example of what beta secondary amine. Okay, so what is the main mode of this reaction? In mannate reaction, primary amines are on reaction with formaldehyde and acetone. Primary amines on reaction with formaldehyde and acetone, they are converted into the secondary amines, but by the formation of an intermediate, that is nothing but mannate base, it undergo the process reduction by using lithium aluminum hydride. Okay, all of you beta. Yes, ये तुम्हें रखना पड़ेगा. Primary amines are converted into the secondary amine by the formation of an intermediate mannate base. Mannate base undergo the process reduction. That's why we are saying it is known as what, Nana? Mannate reaction. So by using which reaction, primary amines can be converted into the secondary amine? Mannate reaction. By the formation of intermediate is mannate base. ये तुम्हारा focusing point. Okay, all objective point of view. Preparation reactions of amines are clear. Now let me go for theory point of view, physical properties of amines. So in that, let me consider first physical property, that is about the physical state. About what beta? Physical state. Yes. So in that, first very important point I want to tell in the topic is lower amines I want to consider. Which amines? Lower amines. And also we can say that lower aliphatic amines. What is meant by lower aliphatic amines? Lower aliphatic amines means we can consider maybe methylamine, maybe ethylamine, maybe N-propylamine, up to 3-4 carbon we can consider. Yes, such lower aliphatic amines, all they are gases. What is the physical state? They are going to be exist in gaseous phase, and all they are going to be exist in gaseous form. At which condition? Room temperature condition, and they contain a very unpleasant odor, unpleasant smell. The smell is nothing but we have to say that they are having fishy odor. So all lower aliphatic amines are gases. They are having which odor? Fishy odor, unpleasant smell they can produce beta. Yes. Next thing is I want to say about the next physical property, that is about the solubility. Okay, yes, about solubility let me consider. Again same thing here, first point I want to tell, that is nothing but the lower aliphatic amines. Lower aliphatic amines. Lower aliphatic amines are more soluble in water. Lower aliphatic amines are more soluble in water, like methylamine, ethylamine, again same thing. So the amines which are having nearby 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons, they can be more soluble in water. Due to reason is, because of the reason is, lower aliphatic amines, they have the capable of, they can form strong intermolecular, they can form strong intermolecular hydrogen bond between lower aliphatic amine and water. Due to formation of strong intermolecular hydrogen bond, lower amines, they can be more easily associated with water. Nothing much, completely miscible in water. Okay, good, very good. Sir, how lower aliphatic amines, they can form intermolecular hydrogen bond with water molecule? That one I am going to show you now. Lower aliphatic amine are bonded to NH2. Again here is H. Again here I have written H. This is RNH2 primary amine formula. Now I am going to write here water molecule. O bonded to H. Again O bonded to H. Again I want to consider here another mole of water molecule. H bonded to O. Again same thing. H bonded to O. Two moles of water molecule and primary amine. They can be more soluble in water. As compared to secondary and tertiary amines, primary amines, they are more soluble, Nana, because of available of 2 hydrogen atoms. But in secondary, 1 atom. In tertiary, no more hydrogen atom. That means which amine cannot form the hydrogen bonding? Tertiary amine. Which can form strong hydrogen bonding? Primary amine. So here oxygen contains more electronegativity, partial positive charge. Hydrogen carries partial positive charge. Between positive and negative, we can see the hydrogen bond that can be denoted by the symbol is dashed lines. Okay. Similarly, nitrogen contains more electronegativity. The sign is nothing but negative. Hydrogen contains positivity. Sign is nothing but positive. Again, between positive and negative, I am writing dashed line, nothing but formation of hydrogen bond. So, due to formation of hydrogen bonds, we have to say that amines can be more easily soluble in water. This is the bond between 2 molecules, so we can say intermolecular hydrogen bond. I hope you understand. If you want, you can write here also another mole of water molecule. Okay, good. Here also we can form another mole of hydrogen bonding. Next point is here I want to say that solubility of amines. What? Solubility of amines. It was inversely proportional to molecular weight or molar mass of the compound. Okay, lower aliphatic amine means a small amine, low mass means what, Nana? More soluble in water. As the alkyl part, amine formula is RNH2. If the alkyl group nature goes to be increases, that contain more number of carbons and hydrogen, that contains more molecular weight. Okay, as the size of alkyl group goes to be increases, their solubility in water goes to be decreased. So both are nothing but inversely proportional, and also we can say that inversely proportional to the size of alkyl group. Size of which group, beta? Alkyl group. Okay na? Yes, a point to remember karna padega, very very important. Okay, so as the molecular weight of amine goes to be increases, their solubility in water goes to be decreased. Okay, due to the reason is, we have to be say that solubility is inversely proportional to size of hydrophobic alkyl part. What is mean by hydrophobic part? Hydrophobic part is nothing but long chain hydrocarbon part, or we can say long chain alkyl part. It does not absorb the water. The nature is nothing but hydrophobic nature. As the size of alkyl group nature goes to be increases, their solubility goes to be decreased. Same thing, as the size of alkyl group increases, their solubility in water goes to be decreased. So solubility of amines, mainly it was inversely proportional to 2 factors. One is molecular weight of the amine, number 2 is size of the alkyl part. Okay, so size of alkyl part is inversely proportional to solubility. So come on, which amine may contain small size, I mean primary amine beta. Okay, so next one is, here I want to be write that bonding, hydrogen bonding, yes, once again. So small size alkyl part, nothing but lower amines, they can more soluble in water, but higher amines less soluble in water. So finally we have to say that higher amines means they contain higher molecular mass and more size of alkyl part. Both are more means the solubility is less. So we can say higher amines are, we have to be say that they are almost insoluble in water. Okay, ये point भी आपको remember करना होगा. Next point is, sir, what is the order of hydrogen bonding? What is the order of hydrogen bonding? So already I have told you which amine may forms, okay, now strong hydrogen bonding, primary amines due to available of 2 hydrogen atoms. So primary amines, they are going to be form strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding. After that we can consider secondary amine, and after that we can consider what beta? Tertiary amine. So tertiary amine, what is the formula of tertiary amine? R bonded to N bonded to R, again N bonded to R. Is there any hydrogen upon central nitrogen? No more hydrogen. So due to lack of hydrogen, tertiary amines do not form the hydrogen bond. Tertiary amines do not form the hydrogen bond. And secondary amine RNHR, one hydrogen is there, it can form hydrogen bond. Primary amine, it contains 2 hydrogen, due to available of more number of hydrogen, it can forms more number of hydrogen bonds with the water molecule. Okay, so primary amine, it can form the strong intermolecular hydrogen bond. Secondary amines, just they can form the hydrogen bond, okay, but tertiary amines, they cannot form the hydrogen bonding due to absence of what, Nana? Tertiary hydrogen atom. Okay, good. And with respect to hydrogen bonding, here I want to consider another nature. So concept of hydrogen bonding, one is I want to consider alcohol, next one is I want to consider that amines. Alcohols, they can form hydrogen bonding, you know, and amines, they can also form hydrogen bonding with water molecule. But in the two, which has more association in the form of hydrogen bonding, that is nothing but alcohol, it can has the more hydrogen bonding nature as compared to the amines. So one example, I am going to be write that CH3 bonded to CH2, CH2 bonded to OH. One more is nothing but the CH3 bonded to CH2, CH3 bonded to NH2. What is the name of this compound? One is ethyl alcohol, one more is ethyl amine. Of course, both are having polar nature, but as compared to amine, alcohols, they are having more polar nature. Okay, now, so of course, amines and alcohols, both they can form the intermolecular hydrogen bond with water molecule. But as compared to amine, alcohols, they are having more polar nature, more association, more capable of hydrogen bonding. Okay, this is the answer. So they can ask you, board exam repeated question, why ethanol has more hydrogen bonding nature as compared to the amine? Of course, both they can form the hydrogen bonding, but which has more capable of hydrogen bonding? Alcohol, because of they are more polar in nature, they undergoes more association through hydrogen bonding with the water molecule. Okay, now beta, good. So concept of solubility clear. Next concept, boiling point concept, small concept beta. Yes. Concept number 3 is nothing but, that is nothing but what, Nana? Boiling point concept. Boiling points. Yeah, beta. So I want to give you the order of boiling points. Order of boiling points of isomeric amines. What is mean by isomeric amines? Amines may be primary, or amine may be secondary, or amine may be tertiary, but they should contain same molecular formula. I mean number of carbons and hydrogens and nitrogen, that should be same. Such amines we have to say that isomeric amines. So order of boiling points of isomeric amines, answer is nothing but the same thing. Primary amine greater than secondary amine greater than tertiary amines. Okay beta. So which amine may contains highest boiling point? Primary amine contains, okay, highest which value? Boiling point value. Primary amines, they are having higher boiling point. Because of primary amines, they can form the strong hydrogen bond. Okay, primary amines, they can form strong hydrogen bond due to available of more number of hydrogen atom. So to break such hydrogen bonding, you require more temperature. Over. And secondary is middle. Tertiary amines, they do not form the hydrogen bond. Okay, now is no H bond. I mean cannot form the hydrogen bond due to absence of hydrogen atom. So no hydrogen atom, no H bond means it can be easily okay now. It can be easily boiled, but primary amine contains strong hydrogen bonding. To break it, you may require more boiling point or temperature. Let me consider example order of boiling points of all three amines. So first of all, CH3 bonded to CH2, again bonded to CH2, it was connected to NH2. So this is nothing but N-propyl amine, nature is nothing but primary nature. After that, here I am going to consider that CH3 bonded to NH, NH bonded to C2H5. Ethyl methyl amine, its nature is what? Secondary amine. Next, finally, I want to consider that CH3 bonded to N, N bonded to CH3. Again, we have to say that N bonded to CH3. Okay, beta. So here, what we can say, tertiary amine. Tertiary amine, due to absence of hydrogen atom. Okay, now it contains low boiling point. Here, secondary contains one hydrogen atom accepted, but primary contains two hydrogen atoms. More number of hydrogen atoms, it can form strong hydrogen bonding. To boil it, you require more boiling point. I hope you understand. Good. Next, another order of boiling point I want to tell you. Simply, we can say that boiling point nature, which may contain more boiling points. Number one is same thing, alcohol. Number two is same thing, I am going to consider that amines. Number three is we can say consider that is nothing but alkane. Alkanes less polar in nature, or we can say almost non-polar. Alcohols, you know very well, they are more polar in nature. Polar nature or polarity nature is directly proportional to the boiling point. More polar nature, more association, more hydrogen bonding, that means more boiling point. So alcohols are more polar than amines, and amines are more polar than alkanes. Okay, so in that manner, we have to be remember the order of boiling points of the respective organic substances. So order of boiling points and order of hydrogen bonding same. Hydrogen bonding nature, primary, secondary, tertiary. Okay now, and boiling point nature, primary, secondary, tertiary. Hydrogen bonding nature, alcohol greater than amine. Boiling point nature, alcohol greater than amine. It depends upon polar nature, and above one depends upon available of hydrogen atoms. Everything is clear? Very, very important. So ethyl alcohol and ethyl amine, which contain more boiling point? Ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol and ethyl amine, which contain more hydrogen bonding? Ethyl alcohol. Same thing, more hydrogen bonding, more polar. To break that, we require more boiling point. Clear, beta? Good. Next thing is, so last and final thing, here finally I want to be discussed about the aniline. Up to now we have studied physical state or maybe solubility or maybe boiling point. We have seen only for the aliphatic amines. Let me consider aromatic amine, that is nothing but what? Aniline. Okay, so what is the formula of aniline, beta? Benzene bonded to NH2. It is nothing but what? Aniline. Okay. So aniline, it contains a suitable and particular boiling point value 183 degrees Celsius, 183. Next, and aniline is actually, we have to say that at room temperature it going to be exist as a colorless oily liquid. Colorless oily liquid. Next thing is, we have to be say that aniline on exposure to air, it will undergo the process oxidation and it returns into the color. The color is nothing but the brown color. Maybe in liquid form or maybe after exposure to air it will changes into brown color, whatever it may be. Aniline, it was contain somewhat unpleasant odor, I mean somewhat bad smell we can see, beta. Not like alcohol, we won't get pleasant odor. Here the odor is unpleasant odor, or we can say that unpleasant smell. Next thing is, here I want to think about the I want to say about the nature. Aniline was completely, we have to say that, neutral in nature, or we can say it was neutral to litmus paper. Of course, aniline contains basic nature, even though we are saying it was neutral to litmus paper because of it is a weaker base, or we can say that its basic nature is less than the ammonia. So we have to say that it is a weaker base than ammonia. Due to this reason, it was neutral to litmus. Next thing is it was slightly soluble in water. What we can say, beta? Yes, it was, we have to say that, slightly soluble in water due to presence of NH2 group. That means almost it was highly soluble in organic solvents due to presence of benzene ring in aniline. Okay na beta? Slightly soluble in water, but we have to be say that it was highly soluble in which solvents? It was highly soluble in organic solvents. Okay? Yes, you have to be focused on that, very very important. So which type of organic solvents we can consider here? Either maybe ether, or maybe petroleum, or maybe acetone. In such organic solvents, aniline can be soluble, okay, easily soluble due to presence of benzene ring. Good. And final thing is, I want to say that aniline is a steam volatile compound. Important. Aniline nature is nothing but what, Nana? Steam volatile nature, because of less soluble in water. Yes. And due to its steam volatile nature, such mixture of orthonitro-aniline and para-nitro-aniline, such aniline compounds, they can be separated from their mixture. They can be separated from their mixture. Separation can be done by the method is nothing but it is also important. We have to say that steam distillation. This question also repeated, Nana. Okay. So aniline components from their mixture, they can be separated by what is the organic method, steam distillation, because of it going to be act as steam volatile compound. Okay. Yes. So this is the story about the physical properties of amines. So in next class we are going to be discuss about the chemical properties. ठीक है बेटा? Good.